Sound check. Okay, this is good. That looks good. That's running. I think everything is running. I just have to check this. Yep, it's good. It's good. Alright, hello everybody. Welcome to live stream. Sorry for not doing an appropriate notification for the stream. It was just literally a last minute decision to actually do it. So as I told yesterday, we are going to do the live stream today. And I'm going to do some more studying during the cruise, so feel free to do something else as well during the cruise. Let's motivate each other to work. So, we are in Darwin, Australia. We are with the latest updated King Air 350 from AirfoilLabs. Finally, they finally did it. I don't know why it was so hard to just tell somebody or tell the users that yes, in fact, we are doing something on the King Air, a new update is going to come. They just preferred to radio silence. I got banned for a few days on the org because, well, you know the story. But hey, the airplane is here, it's updated. I did a very short fly with it. It definitely feels better, however, I want to see it slightly, yeah, slightly more. So we'll see. Updated King Air. I really like this airplane overall. I like the King Air, and yes, I just wish it would be good. So let's see how it is. They supposedly fixed all the power-related issues, so we should have some proper performance. So we're gonna try to get to flight level 300 because that's where we're gonna get some tailwind, and that's where we're gonna save some time. Now, I have a little challenge for myself, because SimBrief is telling me that we are going to be doing this flight in 2 hours and something minutes, so I actually can tell you exactly. So it's 2 hours and 59 minutes of airtime. Now my job here is going to be to do this as quickly as possible. Of course, we will definitely spend some time on the cruise, but let's see. Our planned cruise altitude is 250, flight level 250. Now we are a little bit heavy. I'm going to take a full load of passengers, and essentially I believe this is going to be almost full tanks for us. So we'll see how it goes. But perhaps it should be okay. So I'll try to push the airplane to flight level 300 and see how it goes. Anyway, LPCP plane spotting. Hey, great to see you here. Gilles, Roland, hello, great to see you here, and Sing Crash Flyer, the 3 times perfect week, man. I'm happy that you enjoy that. Alright, but without much ado, let's jump ahead. And we gotta do a little bit of work here on this airplane, because this airplane actually allows us to do somewhat of a walk around, and that's really cool. So let's hop inside. I need to get my... oh boy. Wrong button? Yeah, definitely wrong button. Wait, I thought I had one. Yeah, it's this one. I need my flashlight. Where's my aviation flashlight? I believe this one. Yeah, it's a bit dark still, but it's alright. I'm gonna untie everything so we can actually do that on this airplane, which is very nice. Alright. Then we're going to check the lights, we're going to check some of the stuff as well, like baggage compartments, all those things. And yeah, we're going to get going. Full set of passengers for us today. Weather is actually pretty interesting. There is a big cyclone near Darwin, so I'm not sure if we are going to be affected by it or not. By the way, guys, I hope you can see pretty well, because I can see the sky. It's full of stars. It's quite beautiful. The sky is starting to get slightly darker bluish, so I have moved the time from real time a little bit forward because I wanted to get... oh, come on, get out. I wanted to get the sunset, because otherwise we would be arriving into Alice Springs, and that's when we would be getting the sunset, and that would be a little bit late to my liking. So yeah, let's hop inside now. I actually could call some ground stuff. Now we have finally a fixed external power. Where is it? It's on the other side. Okay, it's on the other side. I'm gonna put the fuel truck as well. Jesus Christ, I believe he just spawned into me. He just killed me. And let me see, I think I forgot to unload the weights. Yeah, we're gonna reset this in a moment, but let's get inside first, do a couple of checks, make sure that everything is okay. Power the airplane, we need to check the lights. We need to check that everything is good here, and then we're gonna get going. Alright, remove the ground locks. I'm gonna remove the yoke, because this will make life easier. That's off, that's cut off. Wipers are off. That's off, and I could have the emergency lights. Very good. Now I can remove the aviation flashlight. Never mind. I thought the overhead panel would be lit up as well, but I believe not. Alright, I just wanted to see the battery voltages. It's reading about 21, 2, 3. Yeah, about 24 and a half, so that's fine. And we've got external power, so that's good. Alright. Yeah, cabin is not lit, but that's totally fine. Let's have a sit here and let's power external power on. Very good, clear everything. Let's get on the outside and check the lights very quickly, just to make sure that everything works. I'm going to skip this step and do it quickly. So nav light strobes are on. There are the recognition, the wing, landing lights and taxi, wing, recognition, nav light strobe, beacon there on the top, and yep, everything looks good. I'm going to go back here, switch it all off. I'm just going to leave the nav and the tail on. Now, a couple of flows here. Leave this on for now. Crossfeed is fine. Just test this. Okay, auxiliary tanks are all empty. The mains are almost full. Avionics power is going to be off for now. I'm not going to move anything on the battery as well. Ignition is off. Anti-ice is going to be on. That's a requirement. That's all checked. That is all checked. That's going to be auto. This is going to be open, and that sounds good to me. Now here, this can go to on, this is off, very good, rate is okay, and we will be climbing to flight level 300, so cabin altitude is pre-selected. Overhead, panel lights on. I can get this to off, and let me adjust the lights now, so cabin can be bright. I don't like this floodlight. This can be a little bit. Now, that's the instrument lights, that's the center instrument lights, that's the overhead. Side panel, alright, side panel. That's good, and it's a bit too much, a little bit less. A little bit less on that. Now it looks good. That's the indirect, sorry. Just do one click here. Oh, come on. Yeah, one click, and 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3, just like that. Looks good. On the back is looking good. Cabin light, coffee off. Let's do no smoking, fasten seatbelt sign. I'll just put it to off. Normal. Check the oxygen mask. Whoop, that's not mine. I'm not hearing anything because I didn't arm the oxygen. There we go. Very good. Test the other mask. Very good. Oxygen is tested. Everything is tested, which is excellent. Now, my question is, I don't think I can go into the Garmin and preload everything and then turn it off and it will be okay. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do that very quickly once we get for the departure. But before we get into the departure, let's go ahead and set up our weights. So for the fuel, by the way, we are on SimBrief and we are King 3. That's going to be our call sign today. So I need to pre-file this thing. And LPSP plane spotting. Yesterday we had a Beech F-33 from Casarubios del Monte. Oh, that's an interesting plane. That's one airplane that I was looking to get from Thranda, because it's kind of interesting. I don't know. All right, flight plan is filed. That's very good. Even though we don't have any ATC and nothing, so it's totally fine to me. Significant weather is definitely interesting all the way down to Alice Springs. I hope though that we will get some views, because I'd like to see some views. Alright, weights, let's see. Fuel says total 1,561 kilos. Is this right? Let me just see. Total fuel quantity, weight, 1,151. So we're gonna have to refuel. By the way, if you want to do this hardcore, I think you can actually go here. Let me see, and yeah, you can actually pump here, literally, by yourself. So, yep. There you go. That's pretty cool. And actually, let me see. Wait, does it update in real time? Let's see. No, it does not update. Because I believe it's probably... No, wait. We're refilling here. 83 liters, let's wait. Yeah, it's not real time. Well, but we're definitely refueling. So you can do that. You can do that. That's pretty funny, but we're not going to do that. We're going to do it the quick way. So 1,561. I have 153 here. Let me put 153 here. I believe we're going to have to go almost full. Let's do 189 here. 189 here. 1529861. So we need plus 30. That's plus 15. So that would be 205. Let's go 206. 207. That sorts it out perfectly. So the fuel is set, everything is set. Now the crew up in the cockpit. Let's say we're gonna have two of us, so let's do 150. Then row 1, 150 as well. Row 2, 150. Whoops. Row 3, 150 as well. Row 4. I would put some kids there, let's say 2 kids, so let's do 105. And 50 kilos of baggage. That sounds good to me. We're in the zero fuel weight. Max takeoff and landing weight, we are within the limit, so that's good. And I'm gonna hit apply. And that should be it, right? Right. Good, so we got the fuel in. That's good. Passengers will be in, so I'm gonna put the fasten no smoking signs on here. I think they actually do work properly, so let me try. Come on. I have to be in the cockpit for them to work. Yeah, there they are, off. And if I do that, only the fasten seatbelt sign, which is funny, so it appears that you could smoke in this airplane. Well, it's from another time, which kind of makes sense. Alright. Let me put this down to lower level, and let's pre-plan whatever we can. I need my charts. I need my stuff. I need to unload yesterday's flight, and I need to import today's flight. There we go. Let's see, I'd like to do a departure out of here without any sit, any start. That would be the best. That would be honestly the best, because that would save us so much time. Lac Coupe. Lac Coupe, is that one of the waypoints? Yes, it is. So let me put that in. Lac Coupe, that's it. If something goes wrong, we come back and we go... What's Simbrief told us? Simbrief tells us runway 36. Runway 36. Are you serious? I'm not gonna go runway 36. Wind is 360 at A, 360. I'll take the headwind. We're gonna go runway 11. That's it. That's taken. If something goes wrong, we come back to runway 11. RNP, we've got RNP. Zulu, so be it. Alright, I've got this all set. Arrival into Alice Springs we will plan later during the cruise, because I just want to get out of here as quickly as possible. And also, we need to do a couple of checklists. Oh, wait. What am I doing? I'm definitely doing something. No. Let me check. Keyboard. Search keys. Course act. I am 1000% sure that I did not put this there. So let me remove that and let me add AVI tab. AVI tab, toggle tablet. It's on A because AVI tab. Alright. We need our checklists. I found this checklist, I don't know where, but it is mostly good, so we're gonna use it. Alright. Prepare the airplane. Parking brake. Set. Now, I'll be very afraid of not checking the parking brake before landing after yesterday's stream. GPU is connected. Flex ties and wheel chocks are removed apart from the wheel chocks. Gust lock is removed. Fuel truck for now is on. We can actually remove it now because I don't need it anymore. Doors are open. External power is on. Gust lock removed. Whatever this is not required. Charge not required. Add request ATC clearance. We don't have any ATC here. And my question is, do we have an advisory now for the rest of the airports, or is it still just a thing in America? Yeah, this is just a thing for America. So 1228 will be there. Pre-flight checks, master panel lights. Well, we checked that off. Pilot mic and co-pilot mic both on. Let me just put this into that. I believe the mic is... Wait, where's the mic? Where's the mic? Here, normal. Cabin and furnace coffee lights are off. Cabin signs, I'm gonna put it already to on. Voltmeter bus and external power above 27, it is. Bus battery above 20, it was. We did check that, so that's good. I could actually power the battery now for it to charge. Instrument emergency lights off. I did that. So radio and nav panel, COM 1 and COM 2 off. Nav 1, Nav 2 off. Collins ADF is off. MFD weather mode, we have that, but it's not going to show anything, so that's on off. Left panel, both standby pumps off. Both cross-feed flow off. Aux transfer auto. And yep, ELT is right here, it's armed, so very good. Main switch panel, avionics master off, bad bus emergency off. Emergency off. Then bass but's normal. Okay. I don't know what was that supposed to test, but anyways. Bat left, right and jam guarder off. I just switched it off now. That's fine. Inverter off. Gen ties normal. Yep, it's on normal. Engine ignition off. Engine NTIs I've already pre-selected on purpose. Actuators both main, so that's fine. Auto feather off. Gear handle is down. All exterior lights off. Eyes protection is all off, well, apart from nav and tail. So that's fine. Let's continue onward. Throttle quadrant, prop levers, check reverse. I mean, yeah, never mind. I have to do... Yeah, it's not going to work now, but it will work. Power levers are on idle. Prop levers are feathered. Condition levers cut off. Flaps up. Aileron rudder trims are neutral and neutral. So that's good. Elevator trim is on takeoff, so that's... I will have to go into the grain. Like that. And lateral oxygen system both pushed. Pitch trim off, rudder boost off. That's all off. I pre-select that on already, so it powers up as soon as we start. That's stowed. Windows defog. Windows defog is off. Vent blower auto. Or I could put it on low, but I'm going to leave it on auto. Environmental bleed is low, that's correct. Bleed air valves off, I'm going to put it already to open. Aft blower, that off. Time noted. That's check. End of pre-flight checklist before engine start tests. Let's do it already. So annunciators push test, that is, I believe it's a button somewhere here, but I can't see it. Or maybe it's not here. Yeah, it's here. Alright, everything is illuminated, everything is good. Gear, push button test. That works. Fire emergency lamps. Oh, I don't know where that is, to be honest. The fire... Wait, I'm now confused with the C90. I am now confused with the C90. That's the thing. No, that's different. Oh, interesting. Where are the fire cutoff on this airplane? Do you guys know it? Fuel cutoff here. Friction lock. Oh, very interesting. It was supposed to be here, but it's not there. That's from the C90. Alright, fine. Fire detection extinguisher over speed warning test. I know that's somewhere on a button. I tested it previously, but I don't remember where that is. Cockpit voice recorder, that's fine. Cabin altitude warning. That's tested. There's the warning over speed. And that's alright. Alright. Clear that. Oh yeah, rip. So I just have to press that? Extinguisher? No, that doesn't work. Push test lit. Well, that works. That works. Let me just see if I need any maintenance. Okay, no. Stall warning test was tested. Altitude test is good. Rest is going to be ATC clearance and so on. I'm going to pass this onward, because we don't require that. Before engine start is going to be our next item. Alright, so everything is on board. Passengers are on board. Let's get out of here. We need something on the outside. The sky is definitely starting to lit up. Need to remove the chocks, because if you don't remove the chocks, it's going to be very embarrassing. Let's get inside. I'd ask now you, as the co-pilot, to do the safety briefing. Close the door. Very good. While I'll have a seat here, I'm going to put the beacon light on. Props full forward. And cooler, hey, great to see you here. Anders Samuelson, by the Annunciator panel, I think yes. Probably yes. Now the question is, I just pressed here. I hope this did not discharge anything, so... or I will have to do something very funny. Anyways, open the windows, because that's mandatory for this airplane during start, and let's do the before engine start checklist while you guys give the briefing to the passengers. So battery is on, parking brake is engaged, bus sense is on normal, inverters are off, avionics master power is off, auto feather off, engine ignition's off, engine NTI is on, NTI's illuminators are... they should be on though. Oh wait, never mind, sorry. DC external power, rudder boost, auto feather, there they go. Both here, sorry. It's just different airplanes, different annunciators. Again, I'm used to fly the C90B. Beacon light is on, transponder is off. Funny. Fuel quantity and balance. Let me check that. Yeah, definitely have something here. Main is good, and that is good. Alright. Now, overhead panel, no smoking, fast seatbelt sign is on, voltmeter external power, that's checked, throttle quadrant, power lever, idle, prop lever, full, oh, it says feathered here, interesting. I'm gonna put it full forward though. Fuel cut off, pedestal pedal is pulled, pushed, pitch trim on, rudder boost on, we're gonna wait for that, because that draws some power. And environmental now, auto, low, bleeds, both environmentals off. Okay, let's do it like that. Cabin temp mode off. Alright. Engine start GPU. The rest of the stuff is going to be alright. So I'll just go the before taxi checklist. So, the GPU is on that side. We're going to start number 2 first, I believe, actually. Does it say which engine should be first here or not? First left engine, then right after left engine start. Okay. So be it. Left engine start. Clear prop in chat, please. Standby pumps on. And off we go. There we go. Have turbines pull up. Let's wait until 13%. Let it stabilize a little bit. Introduce the fuel. There goes the fuel flow, there goes the EGT. EGT and peaked. There's 51%, starting cutoff. That was a lovely start. I hope the sound is not too loud. Close the window. Put this to high idle. Engage gen. And it picked up the load, very good. I'm gonna disable the external power now. And let's start the right one. We've got turbine rotation above 13. Yeah, the load is pretty high. Let's introduce the fuel. There's fuel flow. AGT. Oh well, this one went quite higher. And roll back above 51. Engage the other gen. Oh yes, close that. Very good. And now I can do the rest of the stuff. So avionics master on, inverters on. That's all fine. Autofilter will come later. That's all good here. Auto, on. Environmental bleed normal. That's all checked. That's on, and it's gonna go on and on. Very good. While the plane does that, we're gonna come here into the Garmin. And let's go flight plan. Procedure. Select departure. Runway is going to be 11. And that will be La Coupe 5. Runway 11. Load. Crap. On. And let's input a couple of waypoints here. So La Coupe, would you have an airway? Can I set an airway here? I don't think I can. No, I don't think I can load an airway here. So I'm gonna have to go waypoint by waypoint. So La Coupe and get. I wish I could write, but I can't. Also, I wish I'd had the GTN 750. That would be so better. So much better. Alright, and get Tyndall. That's Tango November, right? It's just Tango November. Yep. It's an NDB. No, it's a VOR 11213. Enter, enter. Alright, bones. Bones. Now then put the rest on the climb out. Accept that. Bones, and then the rest is gonna come later. Now, close the doors. Or, you know what, actually for the passengers, no big deal. Let's just put the cabin a little bit darker, so their eyes will get used to the darker look. We need QNH 1007. That's 2973. 2973. Right, rating 200, no, about 150, something like it. Yep, and airport elevation is 100, so 1007, 2973, 2973, that's within the limits, looking good. Now this is gonna go to FMS, GPS. This here has to go to GPS. And I believe now I need to go here. Sorry, flight plan menu. I can cross-fill this, so it's gonna be the same. Enter. Good. And now we can actually monitor it at the same time on the other one. So GPS, I just need to switch it here. Not that. Let's put the wind. And now I don't remember which is the button, because that's different. No, that's the pre-select button. That's the other button. What? There we go, GPS is on. Runway heading 106 initially. So that will be 12, 10, 106 is roughly here. And we have an initial climb. We have 5,000, so I'll set 5,000. We'll see what's with the rest. Alright, that's gonna be on 2,000, please. That's gonna be on ADF, just for the sake of it. And we're good. We need a quick departure briefing, guys. A very, very quick departure briefing. Because we cannot go without the departure briefing. Very simple, but we cannot do. You ready? Let's go. So, flying King Air 350 from AirfoilLabs. I already saw that the startup and overall ground stuff is fixed, so that's good. That was on the release notes. No temps are fine. The weather is good right now. Wind is 330 at 4 variable. We will take runway 11, so that will give us a little bit of tailwind component, but we can live with that. Broken at 12,000, temperature 27, QNH 1007. So everything is looking good. Anti-ice will be used for the departure because I'm afraid of the breeze, but we'll switch it off on the climb out, so that'll be good. Don't have weather radar, non-terrain radar. Then we are parked. We are parked along this area right here on the Southern General Aviation Hangar. We're going to taxi via Victor 1, Victor 2, and that's exactly where we're going to be departing from intersection. Victor 2, runway 11, out of here blasting for the LACOP 5 departure, page 10-3 Delta. Transition altitude is 10,000 feet. Air nav required, non-jets only, so perfect for us. And we proceed. Initial climb. We have some minimum climb gradients. I'm sure we can comply with that. And track 106 at or above 900, but not before Darwin VOR. Turn right, track direct to Onali. Track 146 to Otgax, cross Otgax at 3000. Track 143 to LACOP. So I actually need to change that. Let's do 3000 and then we'll see what's next. Or actually, you know what? We don't have anyone here, right? So no restrictions. Off we go. Radio nav's not required, no special considerations. We'll go flaps up, departure. We do actually have here performance calculation. Bleed and air on, engine anti-ice on. I will set the markers V1 106, rotate 110, V2 116. Field length required 5,524. If I convert this very quickly to meters, 5,524, divide this by 3.8, 281, that's 1,683. We absolutely comply with that. The runway is more than enough. It's 3.35 kilometers. Even if we take the intersection, it's going to be totally fine. Alright, display threshold, yeah, 2,703, that's the node number 9, so it's looking good, abnormal. So until V1 we stop for any malfunction. We're just gonna stop, put power to idle, max reverse, maintain the airplane on the center line. If the failure happens after V1, we're gonna do straight ahead to 3000. MSA is 3000, so we'll do the 3000 and then proceed for the RNAV runway 11. So it's gonna be pretty good, and that's gonna be my only briefing here. Alright, that's good. Before taxi checklist, GNTI switch is a test. Ah, crap, should not do that now. Well, inverters on, avionics master switch on, DME is, oh yeah, we did not switch that on. Channel 3, I think should be GPS, but it's not, so just leave it on 1. Nav lights on, taxi lights coming on, recognition lights. I'm not going to turn them on now. Tail floodlights on, ice protection. Prop auto. Pitot heat and etc. That's going to come before takeoff. Overhead panel, master panel lights are on. That's all good. We don't need any of that coffee nonsense. I mean, okay, let's actually turn it on. Why not? Voltmeter bus sensor is gonna be on TPL fed. Yep, that's good. And instruments emergency lights on. That's, I guess, in case it goes. Oh, I don't want it. It's that bright. Okay, we're gonna keep that off. Radio nav panel, COM 1, COM 2. Yeah, we need to set 1228. I need to get out of here because I feel like I'm spending so much time on the ground. Okay, 1228. That's set. That's set. Flaps full down, full up cycle. Let's check that very quickly. Pitch trim cycle. Well, at least it works. Flaps went down and went up. That's set. Yaw damper off. Environmental normal. Open. Vent floor autos. Temperature set. That's all set. And we are ready. Alright, let's go. Brakes are released. Mic controls. Do a brake test, it's good. Let's go. Departure briefing is complete, all the checks are complete. We can go. Clear left, clear right. Lovely there, that's where I need to go. Yeah, the rudder works, flight controls seem to be good. Everything seems to be good. And nice, we're getting just in time for the sunrise. Very good. Sync crash fire, I'll do the PAX brief. Sit down and shut up. Poor passengers. They're gonna get probably beaten up on this King Air though. Oh, I hope the Garmin is not gonna assume that we have to go to the very beginning of the runway. Alright, just want to confirm there's no one around us. Yep, there's no one around us. And very nice. Before takeoff, tested holding point torque at 22%, all green. Okay, okay, okay. Before takeoff, we'll do that later. It's barely going. Let me see if I go to high idle, is it gonna taxi faster or not? Yeah, it's going faster. Okay, good. Very nice. Everything seems nice. Alright, there's the runway ahead. Clear right, clear left. It will want me to go all the way to the beginning of the runway. I'm not going to do that. Alright, that's Victor 2, just as we wanted. We're going to stop here. Going to perform the tests. Parking brake set, X lights off. Let's do the 22% torque. Other props did spool up. It's interesting that they don't ask for the feather test. Alright, torque 22, condition levers high, idle, low idle RPM about. Yeah, well, the RPM is already off. Yeah, everything is up. This checklist does not work for this. Alright, that's fine. So we checked it. No lights on the autopilot. Everything seems good. Before takeoff, flaps, not approach, auto feather on. Gear lever is down. V1, VR, V2 is set. So let's just recheck. That's 105, 110, 116. And those are set, so that's good. Annunciators, no annunciators. Engine auto ignitions on both sides. And now we need 1, 2, 3, Strobe. Recognition. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. That's set. Transponder TARA or altitude mode on. Instruments check. ATC will report ready, and we are ready. Off we go. Right side's clear. Brakes are released. I feel like it's not gonna go to the beginning of the runway. I'm gonna have to do direct, because I don't want to go back there for no need. Alright, so let me do that, direct, enter, and menu, actually flight plan menu, cross-fill, enter, flight plan, good. We're good, let's go guys. Let's pull the props. It's now 1912. Props has pulled up, set the torque. Not too much, remember the torque will increase, speed is alive. Now this is one of the things I immediately felt on the first test with this AirfoilLabs King Air. Before, it used to stop kind of accelerating the same way it did on the beginning of V1 rotate, and you would feel it very, very weird on the initial climb out. Above blue line, no runway available, Europe. Check that torque. Trim it properly. Yeah, it's still a little bit, you can see it's a little bit... See this? Yeah, that's what I don't like. But that's fine. Alright, lights off. Anti-ice off. Watch out the torque. Right hand turn. Sync the heading. I'm gonna hand fly it for a little bit. Outside temperature is 27.5, so that's very good. Climbing at 160. And there's the tailwind, 19 knots. Very good, that's what we need. Alright, it's a long straight, right? Yeah, it's a long straight. Well then, let's go. Yacht Emperor on, nav, climb, out arm, autopilot engaged. I did not set the 3000 though. Autopilot. Alright, let's set this to flight level 300. I can now adjust the torque, climbing perfectly. Very good. I'm actually wondering, what if you forget to remove the pitot covers? Will the airspeed not be available? I need to do that test someday. Sync the heading. Oh, I had a time here. Ah, but that's just a small timer. Alright, well, then we don't really need it. Just set, let's user time, local time. Sunrise is at 5:11, so Just in time for that. Adjust the torque now that we're climbing. Prop sync. Ludo Kerman, hey! What do you think about this plane compared to the C90 Evo? Ludo Kerman, so in terms of 3D modeling, in terms of sounds, in terms of the walk-around function, this one is better. However, in terms of hand flying, I still feel that the C90B is better, and significantly better, so yeah, there's that. Alright, pressurization is working kind of fast, 1,000 feet a minute, but I believe that's... Let's see if I can drop that down to 500. Or at least 600. Yeah, like that. That'd be a little bit easier. Approaching 10,000 feet, approaching transition, and we need to finish to set up the rest of the waypoints. Nice sunrise, and that's where all the bad weather is, as we are deviating from it. Adjust the torque again. Now it comes a way, or it comes a time at which you will be limited by ITT. And I definitely feel it. There's 10,000 feet, recognition lights off, tail flood off. I'm gonna keep the seatbelt sign for now. Let me see, climb, time, autopilot damper switch on, condition lever, low idle, yes it is. Vent blower, auto feather is on, prop sync on, auto ignition, left and right, well they work automatically, so I'll just leave them. Anti-ice off, windshield anti-ice normal, differential pressure, yeah, we're monitoring that, very good. Landing lights 10,000 feet off, passenger climb briefing complete. Sync crash flare, did you do the passenger climb briefing? I don't know what that is, but... Cabin signs, that will depend. That will totally depend. Next one is going to be what? Cruise? Yeah, cruise. So be it. Off we go. So we departed. I checked my local time, 1912 UTC for me. So let's see how quickly we can get there. I'll be monitoring it now on the climb out. And it's funny because the other day I tested this. I tested it in a colder place, and we were, I mean, I was still applying power at about flight level 1.8 for sure. Now we are already limited, like I was at flight level 1.8 or 2.0, I don't remember, but it was quite high. So yeah, quite temperature limited here. Well, it's summer in Australia, makes sense. Ludo Kerman, okay, you are not reducing RPM to 1,600. Ludo Kerman, that would be for the cruise. We're still on the climb out, so I don't believe it's you have to reduce the RPMs for the climb out. Well, it says here actually climb speed, RPM, ITT. Let me check. I have a King Air manual. Let me check if that's what they say there, because on the C90B I don't remember seeing that. Let me check King Air C90B. Let me check the C90B first. So that's the performance values, normal procedures. Okay, that's the test. Engine starting. Takeoff, roll, takeoff, climb. Prop RPM set, see climb charts. Interesting, okay. That's the cruise. Climb charts, let's go to performance. I can actually show you this, because I found this on the internet. So, climb, 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 charts. Takeoff, takeoff, climb, cruise and descent is 5.6. So let's get there, 5.6. Climb and descent, here we go. Well, that's all examples, that's all examples. Airspeed calibration, normal flight. Where's the RPM though? Altimeter correction. Airspeed calibration, altimeter. Calibrate airspeed. Stall speeds. Cabin altitudes. Maximum takeoff weight, wind components. That's 521. Wait, did I miss something there? Perhaps I missed something there. I don't see anything here regarding RPM, but you know what? Let's check the other one. Let's scratch pad. There we go. So let's find normal procedures. Should be section 4. That's section 2. Section 3. 3A. Section 4. Taxi. Takeoff, climb. Bleed air valves, props, 1600 RPM or as desired. You are very much correct. So let's do that. So the torque will increase now. That's fine. I guess it's a different engine from the C90B as well. So we got some more torque. There we go. Props are set. Past 10,000, by the way, forgot to set the standard. Let's set standard 1013 and 2902 here. Set. Very good. So yeah, Ludicurmans, thank you very much for that. Synchronous Flyer, my manual says 1600 is normal power setting for climb. Oh, you have it already. That's correct. Look at that sunrise. Not much from the scenery though. Alright, feels like we stopped bumping that much, so I'll actually wait. We're still climbing. Let me try to add a bit more torque, just a tiny bit more. Just squeeze that. Squeeze that extra. And yeah. Alright guys, give me please 5 minutes. I'll be back. Alright, I'm back. Sorry, had a little situation here. But everything's under control. At least for now. So, where we are. We're passing flight level 254, still climbing above 500 feet, so that's good. I see the ITT drop back a little bit, so perhaps I will try to squeeze up just a tiny bit extra juice here. Yeah, there we go, like that. And we're gonna keep climbing. Now, we had a couple of waypoints left to fill, so let's do that. Let's fill those. And then I can start studying. Then you guys can start studying as well. So, from Bones, we had Grega. Yep, that's it. Then we had Rupus. Sounds like enchantment from Harry Potter or something. Or sounds like a name for a cat. Yep. And from here, boundary from Melbourne FIR, and that's it. That's gonna be the last waypoint. Now I just want to see if do we have any star for the for Alice Springs. No, we don't have. So it's literally go however you want. That's cool. So I can set that on. Just check how are we flying. Flying good. Yeah, definitely flying good. Ground speed is not very high now, but as we're gonna finish the climb, it's gonna get better. Man, we're gonna get to that flight level 300 for sure. And Ludicarmen, maybe if you are like obstacle or climb limited, you will have to keep full prop, but it's not, but if not limited, yeah, you're absolutely right. Flappo, hey, great to see you here. How are you? I'm doing good. So far as doing everything good. We're gonna be studying some instrument stuff next. I mean, I will be. We'll be continuing whatever I was doing yesterday. I added a couple of notes, but so far, yeah, that's it. Alright, enter, please. Accept, done. Fantastic. Can I do it? No, wait. Let me go flight plan, menu. Ooh, let's do cross fill. Enter. So it will copy everything in now. You know what I want to do? I want to do something here. So this is going to be our main unit. I want to come to here and I want to do direct to and activate. I hope it doesn't break my navigation. No, it doesn't. Good. And now we will have a time and estimated to direct always available here, because I believe this one will not show, yeah, the total estimated time, or maybe it will. No, it won't. Just checking what there is here. Not much, to be honest. Alright, how are we looking? Yeah, looking pretty limited. So if we get to 2.8, perhaps we'll stop at 2.8 and we'll keep at 2.8. Or wait, it gave me a step climb to 2.7, so perhaps 2.9. Yeah, let's fight 2.8 for a minute. So, altitudes aren't, should start to level off. Good. Do we have VNAV here? How can I select VNAV here? Target altitude. Target position. Aha! Alright, I see it. So perhaps we could do this. Right now I don't need that though. So we'll leave that now. Alright, we're leveled off. We're gonna start to gain some speed now, so I'll keep the torque where it is. I'll just be monitoring the turbine and the ITT, because the torque is gonna be increasing, and so will the turbine probably. Ground speed is 262 climbing. So that's good. Mango, it's Australia. Yes, it is indeed. And we've got a nice sunrise here. We're not exactly real time, but I did it on purpose because I wanted to have some sunlight. Actually, you know what? I think we could just proceed direct to Alice Springs with no problem. But we'll see. Now I'm curious. If I go here to let's climb, optimum cruise climb speed, that's fine. Not that. I want the table's maximum cruise power. I want the normal cruise power. So, max weight, because we're close to there, flight level 280, 68 on the torque. Fuel flow per engine is 307, should give us an indicator of 192. Yeah, we're gonna get there. Still accelerating. And yeah, true airspeed of 294. That would be sweet. That'd be quite sweet. Yeah, that time is getting there quickly. Yeah, look at the ITTs coming there, so I'll have to drop it down a bit. But I believe now I can put an even lower prop RPM, so that's exactly what I'll do. I'll do 1,500. I believe that's the limit, right? That's the limit. Yeah, 1,450 is the limit, so I can do 1,500. There we go, got the torque up. It's still accelerating, so that's good. Went below 2 hours on the estimated time. Still accelerating. And I like it. I'm not getting the bug that I got the other day when I leveled off. It started shaking the airplane like up and down, like a very small jitter, up and down, up and down. Constant, it was constant. It was not due to turbulence, because when I disengaged the autopilot and then engaged it back, it stopped doing it, so... Yeah, look at our speed. Ah, that was a gust, never mind. Yeah, I'll drop now a little bit the torque, just because of the ITT. Sounds good, about 300. I mean, not 68 on the torque, but that seems pretty stable. And we are 320 on the ground speed with about, I would say, 25 knots of tailwind. So, yeah, that sounds about right. Sounds about right on performance figures. Seatbelt signs can be off. I wish I'd still be... I'd had an ability to leave the no smoking sign on, but... Yeah, let's check the outside view. I'm not sure it's going to be loud or not, so watch out. Alright, actually pretty fine. That's a runway. That is a gravel runway. Yeah, not too bad. Flight level 280. Alright, and we're still accelerating a little bit. 230, there's the 68 torque that they were promising. So let me drop back just a tiny bit more. That was a bit too much. It's very sensitive. And my throttle is not very high res. Yeah, that would be perfect. If we could keep this would be excellent. 1 hour and 50 at this speed. Very good. Let me check how are we looking in terms of fuel. Yeah, this one's approaching the end, but we still have full fuel tanks, full mains, so that's good. It's still accelerating a bit. 335 knots. Wow. I'll have it drop just a tiny bit more. Like that. Alright, I'll be looking at the engines. But for now, we need to study. We need to study. So off we go. Oh, by the way, I don't know if I show you this, but if we go to windy, here's the tropical cyclone, and if we go into the significant weather, here it is. It's called Fina. Nice name, and you guys see this? This is icing from level 120 to 300, so it's pretty good. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. So far, everything seems to be good. We're still accelerating a tiny bit. A little bit of turbulence. Right, you know what? I'll keep the no smoking signs on. Like that. And I'll have to drop the torque back a bit again. Wonderful. Ah, see? This is what I was telling you about. This is the airplane going up and down, so after a while it starts doing this. So if I reset the autopilot, it will be fine. Let me try to do it. Nav and altitude. Yeah, see? It stopped. So this is quite annoying. I hope they fix this. Anyway, let's go. Daifuku, time for me to maximize window and go to the sofa to have a nap while I hear Vlad in the background. Well, I'll be mostly silent, but yes. So, yesterday I added a couple of things. I need to add a picture for charts, racetrack, and holding. That's gonna be Jeppesen manual. That's gonna be Jeppesen manual, so let me get that here. And I added the grade Mora. And I need to find the racetrack. The racetrack thing. Yeah, that's not it. Yeah, that's the track. Holding patterns. Could that be it? Well, let me get that picture. I'm gonna screenshot in high res on my other screen. And I'm gonna add it here for now. Like that. And let's see if I can find the other one. I'll need to add this picture as well later. You should report this bug. AirfoilLabs is not FPS. Well, perhaps I should. Perhaps I should. That's a holding. Number 8. Let me check that. Nope, not that. Wait. Holding pattern lengths are to pick to scale. Okay. That's the procedure turn. Aha, this one. So I need something like this. Because this is a racetrack procedure, but I would like to find it. Stipulated properly. I don't remember if it's here or if it's somewhere else. Not that, not that. Initial approach, fixed intermediate, base turn, teardrop procedure, base turn. I think I wrote about that, right? Base turn, yeah, can be a base turn based on radius and distance. I wouldn't mind adding a picture here, to be fair. Let's pick both of these and push them up a little bit. Yeah, like, no, never mind. Covering. Yeah, let's see if I can push this back. And now I wish to get this picture here, so let me get that. It's not very high res, but it gets the point. This, of course, would be huge, and I'd like you to be like this, and like this. Fantastic. Alright, now. Just so I can monitor this. I wish I could make this smaller. Alright. Yeah, so there it says no procedure turn. Can I take a screenshot of this? And I'd like to put it here, like that. So that's kind of the difference. But they did not specify the thing. And this is another one. Jesus Christ, got scared for a second. Airplane was turning. Not here. Let me see, difference between holding and racetrack aviation charts. I don't want anything. Ah, there we go. Depiction on an instrument place is what I needed. This is what I needed. Now I need to remove the color thing. Yeah, this fits perfect. This fits perfectly. Alright, what next do I have here? General concepts. Turning point. So I did that. That's all good for me. Alright, good. PBN, now this is where we stopped. Accuracy, integrity, continuity, and functionality. I was missing the term for functionality, and this was in IKEA 9643 PBN. No, not this one. 9613. Yes, 9613. Here it is. So. How about I do this? Go back, start here and start from here. It's one of the main definitions. Accuracy, integrity, continuity, functionality. Yes, now please. Alright, I think I got it. So this one is gonna be going like that, like that. You are gonna be in bold. You are gonna be in bold as well. You are gonna be in bold. Functionality. The specification requirements of any specific or nav or P setting. this one is more or less it. Oh, I'm missing the availability. There we go. That's better. I'll put this in smaller because it's just a note. Oh, I need to sync the heading, by the way. Just like that. 1 hour and 28. Perhaps when I get 28 minutes to go, that's when we're gonna start preparing ourselves. Alright, our space strategic objectives. So safety, capacity, efficiency, environment, access. crap. That was literally pointless text, so I'm going to remove that. Very good. Now, this is very important. Like that. Oh, this is important. So essentially what they say is that some approaches that are RNP, like RNP authorization required, those may not be allowed to be flown manually. Synchronous flare, you really want to read all of this? Well, this is a summary from a quite long document. It has, like, the part I'm looking now at, this document has 398 pages. Not all of it is useful, of course. There are parts for helicopters that we don't need, but yeah, there's a lot of stuff. But it's mostly useful stuff. Now this one is wrong. Looks good. Yeah, no helicopters here. But I guess that will probably be a little bit sad, but... It's what it is. Alright, I'll just put this like that. Oops. Speed restrictions. So it's funny how in the simulator a lot of this stuff is written on a very serious manual. It's a very serious book. But when you are on the simulator, you kind of just what's the word I'm looking for? You just assume this is normal, right? But it was written, actually it was required to be part, certificated, all that stuff. Like, for instance, yeah, speed restrictions, like we fly the Airbus, the 320 or whatever, and we complain that for whatever reason it's not simulated, the VNAV is not simulated. Well, I could talk the Flight Factor 777, I think they still have some problems with the speed restrictions and altitude restrictions. So as you can see here, the RMP system should support airspeed restrictions in altitudes and or waypoints. I mean, of course it depends. This restriction may be required for tactical airspace operations or as a part of a procedure. When speed restrictions are assigned at a waypoint, the system should support at or above, at or below types as required. So this is for RNP. RNP and RNAV is different. RNP is more strict, and it essentially requires onboard monitoring. So essentially something that will tell you that, hey, you just lost your GPS or accuracy or something like that. This is how navigation database works, and I just need now this system. Oh wait, this is the same. This is the same as I had up here. No, wait, safety, capacity, efficiency, no, not this one. Accuracy, integrity, availability, continuity, functionality. What do I have it there? Accuracy, integrity, continuity, and that's it. I'm gonna remove that. Just confirm that it's the same thing. Oh, it actually has a little bit of a different text. Let me adjust that. Let me adjust that. So accuracy, RNAV, RNP, oops. Yeah, that's all the same. I can remove that. Now that's integrity. Let's add this here. actually put this here. Continuity. Then I'll remove this from here, and I'll remove this. Yes, perfect. That's a lot better. There we go. That's a bit better. That's a bit better. That will go to the second page. Like that. R&P system performance. Do I have it here? No, it's... Aha, okay, stand by. This is important. So, I can remove this. I can pull this. Because this is essentially... This is a rack cycle. Nav database. We'll put it like that. Manga, do you think with all your learning and your simulating you could hop in a 737 and fly it commercially now, provided you had airline documents to read, I guess? Yep. Yes, I'm pretty sure I could. This is the performance. Now this is gonna be like that. I think so. It's actually very close from what I see. I mean, I haven't flown yet a 737 and A320s and all that stuff, but from what I'm seeing is that it's actually very similar. I'm just noticing, is the light flickering crazily? Do you notice the light flickering? Can you see it, right? It's not me. It's probably because of the prop. I think it's because of the prop, actually. Yeah, looks like it's because of the prop. Anyway. As long as we're flying. Alright, nodes. These nodes are actually important. I might need to push this to another page so I can have the nodes all on the same one, because that's more important than the other thing. Oh no, did I just push? Let me see. Or I could put this... I could put this here, actually. Yeah, this would fit here very well. This would fit very nice here. Good. Now I can remove that, so it will not be duplicated. System performance. Yes, I need this, and I need all these nodes. This is important. Good. Table notes. We'll do like that. Nice. Synchroshire, there was a guy who did exactly that, and I think he flew as a pilot for half a year without any training at all. Jesus. That's scary though. It's not very nice. That is not very nice. Alright, for NP approach. For NP approach may require additional requirements like satellite with augmentation barrel VNAV. You know what, I will put this somewhere else because it does not fit here. Holding patterns per restriction, fixed RNP requirements may limit the modes of operation of the aircraft. Yeah, let me put this here. I think this fits here much better than it was down there. I might do it like this, and this, and perhaps yeah. Alright, wait, if I do like this... Yeah, that's better. Yay, that's better. Bold, yep. And now this. Yes. Okay. Yeah, this is a nice picture. What the hell, dude? Yeah, there we go. This is a nice picture to complement what I just wrote. Yeah, Mango, I fly pretty unprofessionally, so I don't know about me. Well, if you, I mean, for instance, if you pick up like a Cessna 172 or something, and you would follow strictly everything that's written on the book, I'm pretty sure you could do that. If it would be a big airliner, and you know how to program the flight computer, how to work the autopilot, you can at least make the airplane auto-land. Now, whether you have the entire legal ability to do it, of course not. But if the airplane does have the auto-land, and you can essentially set it up for an ILS approach, engage both autopilots or all the autopilots if it has 3 autopilots, yeah, it's possible. And the funny thing is, everybody says that it's easier to fly the real aircraft, or the ones who flew it. Everybody says it is easier to fly it IRL, and it's harder on the sim. So, alright, now here, this is where I will have a lot of repeating stuff. This is gonna be the hardest part. This is definitely gonna be the hardest part to sum this up, because there's a lot of stuff that's just repeated, kinda. So let's see. Yeah, let me do this here. This is important. Okay, so we'll see now. Now this is where the fun starts. Aircraft with 2 GNSS. Oh, it's raining. At, what is this, flight level 280. Nice. Aircraft with 2 GNSS primary means of navigation comply with RNP-10. RNP-10 with inertial navigation for the in-route. Okay, so let's see. With the requirements. RNP-10 with inertial navigation. Have a time limit. Point of the last update for the in-route to long-range navigation system must be operational. It is necessary to report any Okay, this one seems pretty fine. RNAV 5. Based on the use of RNAV equipment, which automatically determines the aircraft position and horizontal plane. By using input from one or a combination of the following types. Position centers. Desired path. With the objective. Okay, I mean for now this sounds fine. Let me put RNP-10. Wait, Okay, wait. Did I just make a mistake? We do have RNAV-10, but we don't have RNP-10. Now, is this my mistake, or is this... Because there is no RNP-10. Wait, you have RNP-4 and RNAV-10. Let's see, yeah, RNP-10 please. Find in document. Okay, you have RNP-10, but the question is, you have RNAV-10, and the things that I wrote there, is it for some turbulence? Is it for radius to fix? This is RNP approach. Okay, it's back here. RNP approach still. RNP1 way back there then. RNAV1, RNAV2. RNAV10 designated and authorized as RNP10. There we go. Okay, I got it. So it was my mistake. Of course it was my mistake. Now it is correct. Navigation is not form part of recording. Alright, let me do this. So the absence such as now this thing here I am gonna put here. The operator must have a configuration list of necessary name EL to daily required aircraft for RNAV or RNP operations. This is what I want. Much more important. Oh, that's pretty bad. Where did we enter? One hour to go. Where are we? Oh, we got into some crap here. Well, I guess we had the icing warning, and here it is. Seatbelt sign is on. I don't see any icing. The wings are shaking just nicely. Everything is fine. Let's just keep on. Just keep on. I'll watch the speed. As soon as the speed drops, that's when the problem will come, so... Okay, so... Mango, just gotta fix my descent and approach procedures, probably. I mean, what do you think is your biggest problem, like, your biggest challenge? I'm gonna remove this. This thing here, I'm gonna remove it because it's basically, it applies to every other, and I'm gonna add it here. It's one of those general things. Pilot must notify our ATC when the RNAV or RNP performance ceases to meet the requirements. Requirements of the airspace. I'm gonna put it there, the event. Yeah, that sounds better to me. This is all important stuff. Man, kind of looks crap when it's... I'll say important. Here. RNAV 1 star SID. Should it have here? Yeah. Yeah, I have it here. Okay, I don't need that then. That's better. That's better. I prefer to have a clean page that's separated and without too much stuff. That's a bit better. I'll probably add more points up there. Now this is basically the same. See if I'll keep this thing, because this is basically kind of obvious, I feel like. RNAV1, RNAV2. And we're out of the clouds. Would you look at that? How far are we from Alice Springs? 313 miles, right? I believe that's it, 55 minutes. 55 minutes, not very far. We're definitely not very far. Here's again the MEL, etc, etc. So this goes off. This is decent. Crap, wait, I wanted this. I'm gonna remove this, I think, as well. I don't think I need this. Okay. I don't think I need this. Yeah, there's no way we'll be memorizing all of this. That's FAA, I don't really need this. I don't think this is gonna be very much useful. I think I'll just delete this, to be honest. Yeah, this is important. RNP2. Remove that. Advanced RNP, I think I have advanced RNP. Yeah, I have there, so this note here is not really required because it's gonna be just repeating the same thing. Yeah, this is all the same. So let me do this. Let me go here to the notes that we were writing. I mean, we should have some space here, right? Yeah. Right here. The only was for the RNAV fly, right? Apart from RNAV 5, the pilots must not fly published. RNP RNAV route unless they can reach the name. Route Sid Star. Yeah, that would work. And now I can remove this. Yeah, this is the same, so off you go, because it's literally the same. I'm looking at that orange color of Australia down there. Alright, RMP4 can push you up, not that much, and leave you there. So we were about here, right? We were RNF or RNP2. Yes, RNP1. Well, that sounds good to me. This is important. What's going on the street? Everybody's just playing their horn, their car horn. Okay, I think I'll leave this for now. That. Sounds good to me. So it's the same 500, right? 500 engagement altitude. It's the same. So you know what, let me remove this. I'm gonna put this in bold. I am gonna come here, where is it? Where it was, the engagement altitude. I'm gonna copy and remove this from here. I'm gonna put RNP there. This is gonna go here. This is gonna go here, and I'm gonna put this there and here. RNAV, RNP equipment to fall guidance. Okay, I'll have to check because there's a RNAV specification or RNP specification for approaches, and that will probably be different. This is advanced RNP. It's essentially a mix of them all, and your airplane will be certified to be used for multiple stuff. Put specifications. That sounds better. Well, yeah, that makes total sense. It's bloody RNP, man. This is obvious. Alright, I'll take this. I'm gonna remove this. This is useless. This is literally useless. This is literally the same thing. sounds good. RNP approach. 1 LNAV VNAV. What's 2? LPV? Yeah, LPV, okay. So let me do it this way. No, let me do it this way. How close are we? 39 minutes. Almost there. I can study a little bit more. Man, this time flies very fast. Okay, this is good. Okay, this is fine. Yeah, this is important, so crap. I wanted to remove it, yep. That's important. This thing is actually very important. The RMP system providing automated temperature compensation provide compensation only for deviation below international standard atmosphere, because that's the one that puts you lower, but you need to remember that on a very hot day you will be higher and you might have difficulty stabilizing yourself anyways. So, but it's better to be high than low, of course, especially in low visibility and so on. Well, this is kind of obvious, but okay. I want to remove this. This is pointless. I'm gonna add this to the notes, because this is kind of a general note. It's much more of a general note than specific to that. So operators and pilots intending to conduct operation using an RNP or RNAV or RNP RNP or RNP approach. Procedure must follow the appropriate flight plans to fix, and the onboard navigation data must be correct and include the appropriate procedures. That's a lot better. That's a lot better. That's a lot better. Okay, drag to clearance. Manual entry coordinates. Okay, drag to clearance may be set as. Yeah, this is important. Shall make it like this. Ah, it's inside the final approach fix. Okay. Let me put this one bold as well. This is interesting. This is important. This is important. This is quite important. This is also important. LPV, yep, alright. Alright, and I believe we need to come back to the flight now, because we are approaching quite quickly our destination. So let me see, latest weather information. We've got 34 minutes, oh boy, 34 minutes to go to Alice Springs. So that's not too much, right? I mean, 151 on the distance we're going. How fast? Going 329. Winds are just as I was expecting it to be, because that's kind of the reason why I wanted to go a little bit higher. And the view is as red as I was expecting it to be. Alright, so let me see. Now, from Rupus we fly direct to Alice Springs, so I'm just gonna do this, and enter. So we're flying a straight line, 183 miles to go. Now my question is, do we have any approach procedures in Alice Springs? Yes, we have. In fact, we have an ILS, even. Wow. Alright, wind is 030 at 9. 030 at 9. So that will give us, literally, 90 degrees for both runways of wind. Is it variable? No, it's 9 knots. Fine. So could I go for the RNP? I could go for the RNP, or I could go for the ILS. Let me check. ILS Zulu, ILS Yankee. Well, the ILSs go for the... They go for a DME ARC, and the RNP Zulu doesn't, and we could go direct to Bosk. Let's try and see if it does it or not. So let's load an approach. RNP Zulu. GPS, yes. Via Bosk as the initial approach fix. Are they serious? They named it almost the same way. We need the Golf one, right. So enter. I'm gonna load it initially. I want to check if the legs are correct. So 7, that's correct. 7, 5, and then 6, that's 2, 2, and 2. This is correct. I'm not understanding from where does this 15.5 come, but... Or is it the total? Perhaps it's the total. Oh, maybe it's from the... from Alice Springs. Okay, 7, 5, 6, that's correct. And then the missed approach is straight ahead to a holding point 5,200. What's the elevation here? 1,789. Wow. And it looks like we do have some terrain around us because the MSA is 5,200. Alright, sounds good to me. So let's activate the approach. So procedure, activate approach, enter. We should proceed direct to Bosk. Yep, that's correct. Yes, we are turning. And we have 155 miles to go. Now, it is mandatory, not really mandatory to be at 5,200. We are mandatory to be at 5,200 at Baswi, or it's better to be. Then platform altitude 3,750. That's a little bit annoying. Let me see. VNAV. So target altitude. Let's set 5,200. And MSL. No miles before. Can I go on? No. Can I set the point? Baswi. That's what I need. This one. Vertical speed profile. Begin descent. Let's do Let's do 1,500 feet a minute. And that would be good. Vertical speed required, I guess this is. Now, my question is, will the airplane follow it on itself or not? Yeah, that's it. Alright. Do we have a VNAV button here? No. So I guess it's a very rudimentary way of getting down. Well, this is interesting. I never tried this. So I like this. Let's go here, flight plan menu, cross fill, so we get the exact same thing in terms of stuff here. 12 minutes till top of descent. I believe I can set the minimums somewhere. No, this is dim. Yeah, decision height. That's the radio altimeter though. So I will set slightly higher. I'll set 400 if I can. Yes, I can. Let's do 400 because the threshold will be 354. Yeah. So there we go. Big Mungus. No, the aircraft doesn't follow the GNS 530 VNAV. It's purely advisory. I just used the descent button on the autopilot. Alright, thanks for letting me know. But this is actually interesting. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I never tried it before, so I'm gonna try to do it. Okay, so we have 11 minutes till top of descent. Let's do a very quick and dirty arrival briefing. So before that, actually, we need to calculate our landing speeds. That's very easy to do. We're gonna do flaps down, actual weight. We can set the actual weight here. Let's do 13 and 570. We're gonna burn any more fuel anyways. Now, the weather in Alice Springs, let's set it here. Altitude at destination is 1,700, I'll do 1,800. Round it up. QNH 1008. Can I change this to 1008? No. Oh, really, dude? Settings. Nope. Ah, Jesus. Okay, wait. Let's do the trick. No, I can't do the trick, really. Alright, screw it. 2902 it is. Doesn't matter. Temperature is 30 degrees. It's hot. Wind speed 9 knots at 030. Runway length. We can take a look. Oh crap. Sorry. I mistakenly closed it. Runway length is, that's in feet, right? 79999. Runway heading at destination will be 116. Runway gradient none. Safety margin 10%. We are commercial though. Safety margin should be, oh my god, performance. What's the safety margin for landing? I think it's 60. I don't want to lie, but I think it's 60%. Let's try. Set markers. Fuel length required 4,974. What if I do 0% here? Yeah, 3,000. Okay, so 60% because we're flying commercial. And that sounds good to me. So VREF 100. So our landing speed, approach speed will be 110. Sounds good to me. Markers are set. 8 minutes to go. Let's do the arrival briefing. You guys are ready? It's on it. So, status of the airplane so far, everything looks good. The weather we have checked. No clouds, good visibility. Wind is going to be crossed 9 knots. Actually, never mind, we have broken at 1,100. Perhaps some lower, but we'll see. Temperature 30, so we are definitely having some hot air there. NTIs will be switched on. Actually, yeah, I'll switch the NTIs on just to protect from debris on the approach. We don't have radar terrain. Again, this is a very general arrival briefing here. Top of descent is probably in 7 minutes. I'll be trying to follow the VNav there because it's pretty funny, I never tried it. We're doing basically direct to the approach, page 12-1, RNP Zulu, runway 12 at Alice Springs. This is RNAV, final approach course is 116, and we're going to capture the descent slope at 3,750 feet at BOSF. And our minimus are, well, I've put 400 on the radio as an advisory, but decision altitude for LNAV, VNAV systems, which we don't have, by the way. Now the question is, will we be able to engage the approach button, or will I have to do it manually? I don't mind it, but 2,140 if we don't go if we don't get the descent manually, we're gonna go 2,220 minimum descent altitude. This is actually very important. We comply with visibilities and etc. Don't do circle to land. The descent is 3 degrees. And MSA is 5,200 as I told you guys. Transition level is going to be 110, so that's good. And let's see, missed approach, direct to boss, then track 116, climb to 5,200. So climb to the MSA straight ahead, and then just on track. So a couple of notes for LNAV VNAV, local QNH temperature required, probably because it could be very high. For LNAV VNAV, procedural temperature range -10 to 57 degrees. I never read that before. CTA containment not assured when holding at or below 6,500. I don't know what is CTA. Anybody of you knows what's CTA? I have to look that up. What is CTA? We'll see. No circling north of runway 1230 beyond 3 nautical miles. Okay, that's good. And what else do we have here? We have a restricted area. Probably there's a mine or something. And we do have some terrain around us. Alright, that sounds good to me. No radio navs. How are we looking in terms of fuel? We still, I mean, we burned the auxiliary probably. Yeah, we burned through the auxiliary, but we still have 1,100, so 1,100 roughly on each tank. And if we are burning about 600 on each side, we can still fly for about 1 hour and something. So it would be fine, I say, to our alternate. Let's check what's going to be our alternate fuel. 541, final reserve 185. So let me convert this very quickly. We have, I'm going to assume 1,050 on each, so times 2, I'm going to divide this by 2.205, that's 952 kilos. So if I take out the final reserve, which is going to be 185, and I take out the alternate fuel, which is 541, we still have an extra of 226. And 226 is 498 pounds, so roughly 500, and I know I accounted for less, so let's do 520 pounds. This divided by a fuel burn of 600 gives us an extra time of 52 minutes. So sounds good. CTA controlled terminal area. Oh, it's possible. CTA containment not assured when holding at or below 6. Aha! Yes, makes total sense. Thank you very much. I thought it would be something else. Very good. Okay, so we've got that. We've got the extra time. No auto brake. Reverse will be used normal. And as we land, I anticipate we will have to backtrack probably. Vacate on Echo. Do we have any taxi stands here? Yeah, we have. So we could go to General Aviation Apron, or perhaps, I think, near the control tower, because we're doing a passenger flight. Alright, no special considerations. We're not overweight. Lost comms. We don't have anyone on there, so sounds good. That's the brief complete. I feel like we are ready. So, have we busted the descent? No. 3 minutes to go. Fantastic. Oh, wow. That looks pretty epic. Maybe I should change the the thumbnail. I don't know. I'm thinking to something like very red. I'll wait until we pass that cut. Ah, maybe not. Incredible color. О, Александр Акимов, привет! Приятно тебя здесь увидеть. Kayvok Simulators, that's my hometown. How's the new update? Oh wow, that's pretty cool. Well, the new update so far is pretty good. The airplane is steadily following everything. On autopilot it works fantastic. I think they fixed the performance issues. So, I mean, we got the airplane at flight level 280. We could possibly get higher, but I didn't want to go higher because we were already climbing at 500 feet a minute. So, it's better to have that extra margin in case we suddenly need to climb for whatever reason. But we were very close to maximum takeoff weight, so that's probably totally acceptable. It can definitely go higher. And I made it go higher on the lighter load. Speaking of that, I should have set this to 2.8. So let me see, it's gonna descend. Yeah, it's gonna descend a little bit. Actually, like that. Alright. Overall sounds are nice. I know that the texturing is better because essentially my computer is refusing to load extra textures on the outside because this one takes all of the load. They fixed the oxygen mask, they fixed the GPU, they fixed a lot of stuff. However, there is still one bug. There is the bug with the autopilot, and we got it again. When you level off, after a while, the autopilot starts to shake up and down. I believe it's either because of turbulence or whatnot, and if you disconnect the autopilot and engage it back, it stops. So, yeah, that's kind of what I would say. I mean, it's definitely better. And yeah, we should start the descent now. So let's do that. Let's do vertical speed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me see, reduce the torque. I want to see what vertical speed is going to do down. But the autopilot feels definitely much more stable. I did 6 clicks. I want to see where is it going to go now. So it's going to go just to 600s. Yeah, looks like so. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, it is better. I'm still a little bit pissed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that they didn't really talk to any of their customers when asked for updates and reported bugs and all that stuff. But it's good. One thing that I don't like yet, and wait, let me just check something before I, that's the roll. Roll is fine. Pitch, yes, see, I already have the bloody curve for it to be smoother. And still it feels jittery. Like that the freeware one is so much smoother than this one still. Come on, are you gonna... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or maybe I should just hold it. Wait, let me do, I believe, panels, autopilot panel. Yeah, just like that. Reduce the torque. Seatbelt signs are on, guys. We're descending. We're gonna be expecting to get there in about, I don't know, maybe about 15 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes. Now it's too much. I mean, at least we're getting there, so... So yeah. Syncrush Flyer, yeah, that's the ortho border. Little Kerman, little question, are you a fan of the King of the Sky, or you fly because it is well developed and nice to learn instrument rating? The King of the Sky. You mean the King Air, the C90B? I actually like it. I like it, and I flew it before I was doing the instrument rating. I just think it's a very good airplane to make you think, to manage power, speed, understand conventional navigation, just get used to navigating by only looking at this and understanding exactly where you are. Right. By the way, we should be doing a backup, so in case the GPS fails, I should have been pre-selecting here the VOR or something, and I could actually do that, to be honest. I mean, what are we doing? We're doing we are doing the RNAV Zulu, right? So I could put at least the ILS in there, so it's 109.9. So if I go here, 109.9, I should have just scrolled the other way around like that, and now I could do course pre-select. Okay, it does work. Now my question is, can I adjust it? Not here, stand by. Can I pop this out? There we go. So, course. It's not doing it though. VOR2, GPS. Wait, VOR1. Yeah, I should be able to adjust the course here. This is broken. See? Freeware C90B. So I wanted to set the course 116. It's 169. This is unfortunate. I'd like to pre-select the course. Or what if I scroll the other one? No, it doesn't work. That's GPS. Well, the GPS doesn't really need VOR1. It shouldn't be VOR1. That's the first thing. It should be VOR-lock. Or maybe it's because we have GPS here. Let me try something. Let me try for a second. Let me go heading. Crap. Don't move. Heading. If I change this to VLOC, it's still following GPS, right? Yeah, right. Okay, let's go back to nav. Nav arm. Heading nav 1. No. No, this is... Oh, God. Come on. Oh, God. This is... Okay, GPS. We're back onto GPS. Alright, see? This is gonna get pissed again. This is... I mean, they said it corrected this. I think it was one of the items. This is wrong. This works perfectly. I should have been able to come here to VOR. Change the course, adjust the course, and then do course transfer when needed. That doesn't work. Let me see bearing. No, that's just bearings. GPS, yes, right. Are we still on the GPS? No, okay. We need back to nav, please. Nav is back on. Yes, it is. Okay. Alright, so let's try this again. Course per select. What if I do course active? Crap, no, I broke it again. Wait, nav. Course per select, that's just the bearing. So I should be doing course per select. I should be setting the course and then hitting course transfer, but it's not doing anything. So this is broken, or this is not very well implemented with the GNS. Perhaps with the other airplane that has the FMS and everything else is default, it might be working better. Well, that sucks. That sucks a lot. Well, we cannot set our backup navigation then. Well, screw it. We'll just do it like that. No big deal. Now, why is my vertical speed going up again? Well, I want to be descending, and I want to be descending to 5,200 feet. Do you guys understand what I'm complaining here about? Course CTL above. Okay, wait. Course per select. Got it, Ludicorman. You are the man. However, let me try now something. So we set 116 VOR1. That should say localizer 1. Why? Because we've set, and see it says correctly here, localizer. Because this one, if you remember yesterday's stream, the ILSs, they use an odd decimal number on the first case. So that's an ILS. It should write here localizer. So that's wrong. Okay, can I do course transfer now? No. I mean, it's still not there. I'll leave the wind there. That's radio altimeter test probably. Yeah, sorry. Sorry. I mean, it lets me pre-select, but I cannot, of course, switch it. It should be switching anyways, and it's not doing it. And it also not doing vertical speedies aren't. Why is it not going lower? Do I have to decrease power? Is it thinking I'm going too fast? Is it that? Okay, let me try to decrease torque. But that's almost 20 knot margin there. Yeah, I guess that was it. Alright, so let's pick up the profile. What if you try to put the secondary course to GPS and active the autopilot on it and try the main course if it shows lock? Well, I have to set this to heading then, because it will not... Okay, let me try. That's a good thing. Let's try it. So let me put this here, let me put this there. Let's check that. Alright, so wait. So here we go. Press select, course control, right? And I will put this to crap. Never mind. We're on heading, so that's fine. Course to select GPS. Well, there's no point in doing this on the GPS because you cannot do it on the GPS. It's automatic. But all right, let's say. You can pre-select that, but it makes no sense. Okay, fine. So let's just leave the GPS there. Course active. Still says VOR1. But it's on 116. That's the weird thing. Unless the system is different, of course. I'm gonna leave it in GPS. Let's go back to nav, course to normal, and we're good. Okay. That was that. How are we looking? We're looking good. We are looking good. We're going fast. We're getting nice views. Yeah, this is another thing that kind of bothers me. Why is it doing always from one engine and not the other one? It's and then it does this. It's like it's not symmetrical. Or maybe it's on purpose. Maybe it's because of the wind. I don't know. Maybe it's the wind. But yeah. Sync Crash Flyer. I'm not telling it's a crap plane, because that's not true. Oh, by the way, we're already getting the ident for the ILS. It's IAS, that's correct. So we should be, even now, if I go to course pre-select, we should be getting ILS localizer, just because of the frequency. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure 1, 2, and 3. But anyways, let's just keep flying it. Right, I also need to reset the cabin altitude, that's my mistake, and it was 1,700, I'll put 1,800, so I'll put 2,000. Do it like that. So we'll start to pressurize. I mean, already is doing so, but yeah. Right, weather. No clouds detected now. No clouds detected, fine. So a new weather report came. 350. Oh crap, 35010. 350. That means we have to go for another RNP then. Alright, stand by. 35010 is not that fun, so let's decrease our descent rate. Man, this vertical speed rate is killing me. Alright, and let's do heading mode for a moment. Heading. Let's go a little bit to the left, like 150, and we need to reset this. So flight plan, procedure, select approach, RNAV Zulu, yes. Now via Basia, yes. Activate. We can go nav, so at least we will be steering. Now I'll have to check. It's 7, 5, and 6 again, so this is correct. Minimas are different though. So if we have LNAV, VNAV, which we don't have, so 2170 MDA. That is 400 feet above threshold, and I've set 400, so let me give that an extra 40 at least. Yeah, like that. Alright, heading sync. We have to rebrief the approach, and honestly now the ILS is not even usable, so it's only the VOR 115.9. Oh boy, what the hell happened? 115.9, so let's set 115.9 here. Switch that, scene already identified. Identified correctly, and I will be pre-selecting now. So let's see, course pre-select, course... Yeah, see now it's blue. I don't understand. So we will need 2907 is going to be our inbound, 2907. 2907. Should have gone the other way around, or maybe not. 2907, like that. So it's pre-selected. If something goes wrong, we can always go back to it. Let me just check. So course control, course transfer. Yeah, the transfer. Maybe I have to hold it. No. No, but I can just do. I can just click on active and it will change. Alright, I'll keep it like this so we can monitor that. And we have distance ratings. Minimums for the VOR are exactly the same, 2170. And that will be it. Okay, so we are leveled off. Let's continue our descent. Flight plan, yeah, this VNAV is broken, so we don't care about it. Let's do 5,200. Let's get VNAV quickly here. I want to give it a second try. We want 5,700 at Basse. Yes. Yes. Profile, yes. Required, yes. Alright, that's it. Good. Good, so we can fly straight for a little bit. Now speed is decreased quite significantly. That's my mistake. At least we slow down to a safe speed. Alright, I believe that'll be perhaps Alice Springs, the city. And there's the airfield. Yeah, good. Alright, wow, there's quite a lot of terrain here. Just as we briefed. So let's just rebrief the approach very quickly. This is what we're gonna do now. Fly direct to Basia, initial approach fix. 5,200 to Basse, intermediate fix. From here, 4.6 miles to Basse. We're gonna start our 3 degrees descent to Basse. 3,720 platform altitude to intercept the final approach fix. minimus with the actual Aero QNH 2170. We have to change it, by the way. Same MSA, missed approach, basically the same straight out on track 2906. That sounds good. Well, in this case we'll vacate on the right, probably Delta or Charlie, same thing. So we have rebriefed, we have the new plan, everything seems good. Alright, I need to catch up with the chat now. 1 minute till the descent. Alright, Kavak simulation, that's good. Excited to give it a go next time I have a day off. I'm not flying myself. Do you fly for airlines or private aviation? Kavak simulations. I am a student pilot, ATPL student pilot. I'm doing now my instrument rating. In fact, next Tuesday is my instrument rating exam, so everybody wish me luck. And yes, so I already have the PPL license, so the private pilot's license, but looking very much forward for the airlines. Yeah. We need to cross-fill this. There we go, now this looks better. Alright, Big Mangus, use the DCS button, it will give you 1500. This descent button. Oh, okay. So let's wait, descent to target, descent. Thank you very much. So I believe I'll have to decrease the power. Will it be descending at any speed? That's my question though. Or do I have to fly a certain speed for it? You won't be 100% on it. Okay. Ludocarman, you have flown the King Air in real life? What a chance. No, I haven't flown it in real life. I'm just basing my my opinions and whatever I say always on what feedback I get from actual real pilots. And for instance, I beta tested the King Air and the C90V with the old avionics, and the way they had this, which I imagine should be very similar to this one, was exactly coded as in the real airplane, so that's what I think. Course CTL above. That's, yeah, we did that already, okay. What if you try, okay, we did that. Maybe it works on luck but only shows VOR because it's not a really accurate lol. Yeah, probably that's the thing. Probably that's the thing. Synchronous fire, just kidding, I'm overreacting. Yeah, I know. We're approaching flight level 1, actually we passed flight level 110, so let's set QNH 1008, that's 29076, I'll put 29076 here. 29076, like that, perfect. And we are set for success now. Dan Moretti, do we know if this has the TDS GTN XI implemented? No, not right now. Recognition lights on, tail is not required, everything is good on the rest. Let's see, descent checklist, that's all fine, Propeller. Let's set the propeller at 1600. That's a funny mistake, it's propeller, right? With the E, not with the O. We'll get a bit of extra drag here now. Alright, cabin signs, fuel balance is all good, altitude set, descent briefing, Synchronous Flyer has completed descent briefing for the passenger, cabin signs are set, descent speed, yeah, forget this, approach and landing, parking brake, check off, oh yes please, I will do that immediately, it's off. Autofare arm, landing lights below 10,000 feet are on, for this case not the landing lights because they're actually stowed inside of the airplane, right? Yeah, they are stowed, this is wrong. That's why we put the recognition lights instead of landing lights. Anti-ice. Yes, I want the engine anti-ice. Propeller. That's wrong. Please let me know that's wrong. That just sounds funny. High idle. We're not going to do high idle right now. Vent blower. No, keep it normal. Bleed air. No, keep that normal. Speeds. All the speeds are fine. Landing. Alright. Let's focus on flying the plane. Let's focus on flying the plane right now. Turning towards the right. Yeah, I added too much torque there. What if I just hand fly the thing? Well, what about that? Ekaterina, hello, I wish you good landing. Thank you very much. Dan Moretti, to answer my question, yeah, it appears to work. Dan Moretti, I don't think it's implemented though. We are a bit high. I'm gonna have to correct that. Alright, give me controls. I want my RNP. We need to be at stupid airplane icon 4.62 per sef. Alright, that's checked. That's the missed approach. Autopilot off. Trim that. We'll see. Daifuka, good luck, but I'm sure you won't need it. Well, that's exactly my plan. So I think I'm prepared. I think I'm fine. Yes, it's a bit sensitive still. Like what is this? Did you see? We went from -2000 to +500 in a matter of seconds. I don't think that's how King Air is supposed to be, but yeah, right. 4.6 miles to Basef. Okay, we are high, but we're visual, so let's just continue. Let me try to stabilize it properly. Like it's the pitch. The roll is fine. The pitch there. Look, I'm gonna just toss it a little bit. See this? What is this? What is this thing? Like, if I do it a tiny bit more, I have to trim it, and then I don't know. All right, let's go gear down. Gear down. Landing lights on. Taxi lights on. Approach flaps. Okay. We are still high. We have to be, what? Basef, from Basef at 1 mile, we should be at 4,040. Yeah, we're super high. So let's catch up the profile. And I'm glad we're visual. Wait, and here it says LV nav. What? Approach? VNav armed. We actually get the approach, but we don't get a glide path? Ah, no, wait, we have it here. My question now, is it gonna follow it or not? Okay, we got LNav, VNav after all, for the approach. Let me see, have we passed? Yes, we have. So 5 miles out, we should be... We should be 5 miles out, we should be at 3,410 feet. So let's see. At 5 miles, 3,400. Yeah, it's doing it. Okay. Okay, we can do actually the proper approach. Yeah, VNav. There we go. Alright, manual control though. Yacht Emperor is off. Landing checklist. Gear down. Flaps coming full now. Props full forward. Yeah, see this is what I don't like about this airplane. Let's decel to 110. That's our VAP. It's extremely sensitive, this. I know my joystick is not the best, but this is what I don't get about this airplane. It should be very nice to hand fly, and it's a pain to hand fly. Alright, what are we? Approaching 3 miles, should be 2,700. Slightly high, correcting. Also, we're getting blown from the wind, so correcting that as well. Almost at 110. Yes, Ludicorman, it has lock 1 because we're now exactly on the localizer and it's actually capturing the localizer signal. But the thing is, the system should know that when you set a certain frequency, it is a localizer frequency and it's not a VOR frequency, just by the frequency itself. And that's what I find wrong here. I mean, it works, it has the right course. This case, I mean, wait. No, now it's wrong. Wait, 115.9, did I set the VOR course wrong? I guess I did. Okay, let's focus and fly this. I'm getting too low, correcting. Let's focus on doing a nice approach now. Yeah, I feel like the trim is overpowering the airplane completely. If you over trim, like right now I'm going too high. If I trim it down, I'm going too low. This thing with the nose, what is this? Like, do you see this? I'm doing very minimal control changes. And we are a bit high now, correcting. Sorry, a bit fast. Speed is not a problem. Probably the passengers on the back are completely sick. Yeah, I'm looking for the Metroliner. Alright, at least I can get a crosswind landing, more or less. Reverses. Let's vacate on the next one. Flaps up. Landing lights off, recognition off, all hot stuff off. Well, that was decent. That approach, though, was not decent, but this jiggling does not make it easy at all. So now it's even more wrong. Or no, it's not. Wait, 115.9. Did I set the wrong frequency? 115.9. That's the VOR frequency. Wait, so what? I am confused now. Is this wrong or not? Because I remember saying, and I remember reading, the ILS will have the first decimal case as an odd number. Why have we stopped? I'm not in reverse. That was weird. Alright, strobes off, transponder to standby. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Alice Springs. Let's park there, I like that. I like that parking spot. And yeah, everything else is looking good. Oh, we don't have a marshaller. Oh, that's unfortunate. Are you guys gonna drive here constantly? Probably yes. Alright, we'll be our own marshaller. And I'm gonna stop here. Parking brake is set, taxi lights are off. And that's off, that's off, that's off, that's off, off, off. Off. Off, off. Cabin pressure dump. Switch off the oxygen. Avionics master power off. Inverters off. And fuel cut off. Below 30. Feather the props. Seatbelt signs off. And the coffee thing off. Gens off. Wait for the below 10%. The props have stopped spinning, but we're gonna wait. Below 10% fuel off. And beacon off. Very nice. Very nice, apart from all the not so nice things. But yeah, Alright guys, you're free to leave the airplane. We're gonna put some GPU here and some chocks, not tie downs, just the GPU. External power on, and that is it. Alright, we have arrived. There's a bunch of planes there, including 747. Is this like a graveyard for old planes? Appears like so. I had no idea. Wait, there's this secondary runway? My mind completely missed it. Yes, there is. Interesting. So no big deal. We can absolutely land our King Air here if 747's landed here. Empty, but still. And I like the way it looks. I think perhaps this is not a default. Perhaps this is not a default scenery. Very probably it's not a default scenery. But anyways, alright. Oh, Tazzy, here you are. Good morning. So let me catch up with the chat, guys. First things first. Let me actually check my notes, because now I'm confused. I remember where we stopped. Stopped here. So stopped here. I need to put this as green. So let's go up here. I remember we went into the ILS. ILS Instrument Landing System. Here it is. So frequencies range from... There you go, guys. Read. Frequencies range from 108.0 to 111.95 shared with the VOR. ILS are always odd numbers on the first decimal place. So, let's wait for it to power up. Here is the thing. We had previously an ILS within the ILS range, right? And it was showing VOR1, which is incorrect. And now we have a VOR, which even though it has the odd, it does not go within the ILS range, and it shows localizer 1. That's just... I mean, they have to fix this. This is... I mean, important stuff, I think. At least for me, this is kind of obvious. And you know what? Let's do the test. Let's switch them. Still says lock 1, which now would be correct. What if I go course active, localizer 1? Okay, what if I change it? Now it's fine. Now it works, but it feels like this is wrong. And let me see, course pre-select. So VOR1 is your GPS out of fun. Course pre-select. Localizer. Alright, so it works fine on the main, but doesn't work nice on the pre-select. That's wrong. That could be a bug report. So autopilot shakes on cruise. I think this is terrible hand flying. In fact, I don't know if I will have the time tomorrow, I doubt it. But next time we're gonna do this flight, we might do the flight on the C90B, because I have to test the TDS, GT and XI full compatibility. And I might hand fly it to show you guys the difference between this. And Vorlock is wrong on the pre-select. Course transfer does not work. Alright, and I believe that would be it for the initial stuff. That would be it for the initial stuff. Alright, I'm gonna leave the airplane like this. However, windows closed. These lights off. Battery off. External power, nav lights and external power off. That is set, that is stowed, that's off, off, off. I'm gonna leave that as is, and the rest is good. Alright, that's it. Chucked, yes, chucked, and GPU connected. Alright. Let me check it. Ludicrous, I looked on a movie on the AFL A350 and 350, and the guy had lock 1 shown, but not the first course. It should be any speed, but pulling the power helps. I need experiment more. Okay. Tazzy, good day. People on the York forums were able to swap it in. I mean, I mean, on the previous, I could swap it, but not sure why not now. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. I'll look into it. I'll look into it anyways. Absolutely diabolical behavior. Daifuku, if you keep complaining about this plane, I'll ask Nicholas to perma-ban you. Daifuku, it will then ban you instead. No crab plane anymore. Well, anyways, it's pretty cool that the freaking air competes well against the payware. Oh yeah, absolutely. Those little bumps in the air reminds me of Microsoft Flight Sim. There's something weird with this. I don't know. Tazzy, likely 45 degrees out there. Sorry, I'm not driving for anything. Tires would melt. It's actually 31. So it's increasing. It was 30, but we're not in real time. If I put the real time, it's 7:20 in the morning. So 31 degrees at 7:20 in the morning sounds like fun. Sounds like absolute fun. Alright, A380s were stored there during COVID. Makes sense. Daniel Gandrita, como é que estás? Tudo bem? Alright, Ludicurman, that's the things that the C90 EVO is missing. The chocks GPU removed before flight. Well, perhaps somebody could model that. I think that'd be the easiest part. The most difficult part is systems, flight model, all that stuff. Anyways, guys, it's late. I have to go. I'm glad we did another flight and we tested this King Air 350. It's becoming better. However, like, the most important part to me is still the hand flying thing, and it's still not there, at least not for me, which is really unfortunate. I hope in the future it will get addressed, or it will get fixed, or maybe I just suck at hand flying, which is also possible. So I don't know, maybe it's like that, maybe it's just my controls, maybe, I mean, the other day I saw somebody on Reddit saying that they love to hand fly this airplane and they only hand fly this airplane, so that's weird, but yeah, I don't know. Anyways, guys, thank you very, very much for being here. Thank you everybody for the support. We will be seeing you next week, weekend probably this time, definitely. Perhaps 777, perhaps Freighter, who knows, we'll see. But yeah, thank you everybody for the support and for your time. Have a nice weekend. We'll see you soon, guys. Bye bye.